All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see so many people out here in Folsom today at Folsom Lake. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to all you folks online watching at the social media channels of the Apex Pro Tour Wild West Bass Trail. We've got quite a turnout, and there's a bunch of people down at the ramp watching the anglers coming in. We've got a few guys walking up here to the bump tanks, and today was an exciting day. We saw a lot of shuffling on the Tourney X going on, but they shut that thing off about an hour before, so we really don't know exactly what happened. That's why we got to be here or watching it online. So for those of you that just joined us today, this is day 2 of the 2022 Apex Pro Tour Championship. So these anglers fished 4 qualifiers last year to qualify for this event. And this event is presented by Bridgford Foods. I just happen to have some Bridgford up here. Is anybody hungry? This stuff is really good. First hand up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up, young man. It's pepperoni, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, Bridgford, some really good stuff. There you go, young man. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, are you going to share that with Mom?
No.
Okay, that's all right. It's all yours, Alex. And Visit Folsom has just really put out the welcome mat for us this week and made the whole staff here at Wild West feel welcome to this town. And it's such a beautiful town, so I wanted to thank Sally Buchanan. She's really helped us out, and she wanted me to pass on, too, that July 1st through the 3rd is their annual rodeo here in Folsom, and you can go to folsomprorodeo.com and get all the scoop on that, because I think a lot of bass fishermen like rodeo too. So that's going to be a good time. In this downtown area, I got a chance to hit the historic downtown of Folsom today on Sutter Street. Gosh, what a neat area. They had a farmer's market going on down there. You got the Rainbow Bridge down there, and I was thinking, you bass fishermen, the way you do this is you tow your bass boat up here with your honey, and then you have her launch you. You unhook the trailer, give her your truck and your credit card, and she can go to town and you can fish all day. She's going to be happy and you happy. Happy wife, happy life. So I also want to thank Julie Shanrock. She's got the marina back here in the cove, and she got the front gate to open up early, because they usually don't open up early enough for a tournament to happen and anglers to get in here early. So she took care of that for us, and that made a huge difference so we could start on time. So the format for this event is days 1 and 2. We have a full field of 27 professional Apex anglers, and they fish days 1 and 2, and this Apex format is a hybrid format, so the anglers can qualify to fish on the top 10 championship Sunday by keeper count, scoreable bass, which have to be 14 inches or longer, mouth closed, and they can qualify that way, which, by the way, that takes precedence over the weight. So if a person dual qualifies with keeper count and weight, they count the keeper count and let the next heaviest weight move into the weight position. So it's the 5 anglers with the heaviest weight for the 2 days, and then 5 anglers with the highest keeper count. So it adds a whole new strategy and mix into the thing. So we saw guys yesterday had 1 or 2 fish, and today caught 10 or 12 keepers. So they might still make the top 10 from catching the keepers today. So really interesting format. We're going to have the top 10 on Sunday tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here at the same spot, and it'll also be online. And we're going to crown a champion, so it'll be the largest total weight on Sunday. So the hybrid format's only for days 1 and 2. Tomorrow, everybody goes to 0. We got the top 10, and whoever has the heaviest bag of fish will be crowned the champion. So it just makes for an interesting tournament. We've got a few events coming up here. Next events, the next Apex that kicks off the 2023 season is going to be at Lake Almanor. And that's on May 11th through the 13th. And then we have a Wild West Bass Trail Pro-Am coming up in 2 weeks at Lake Orville. And that is March 3rd through the 5th. So if anybody's wanting to get into the fishing game, these pro-ams are a great way. You can enter as a co-angler and go out with a different pro for 2 days, maybe 3 if you make the top 10. And then anyone wanting to step up to the pointy end of the boat, you can sign up as a pro and fish Orville. It should be good fishing, so expect to see a really good tournament at Orville. And then the Western Bass Shootout is coming up April 13th through the 17th out of downtown Sacramento. This is probably the biggest event that's ever happened for the Western United States. There's going to be a huge expo. It's going to be an event where even if you're not really into fishing, you can show up at the expo and they're going to have all kinds of cool stuff. So you're going to want to bring your families out, tell your friends about it. And then also, you know, if you own a business or whatever, you can rent booth space and set up in there with all these fishermen and hunters coming through. So that's going to be a really, really big event. I'm going to thank our sponsors of this event, and then we're going to get some Folsom Lake bass up on this stage, and these guys caught them today. So I definitely wanted to give a shout out to Kevin Finley. He owns Signature Gates. He's a big supporter of Wild West Bass Trail and Apex, and what he's done for these anglers is donated $1,000 out of his own pocket. Thank you, Kevin. And it's $500 for the heaviest sack and the second heaviest sack. So we'll figure that out after today's weigh-in. That's only for the first 2 days. Tomorrow, that doesn't apply. But thank you for that. And then also I want to talk about, there's a lot of these anglers running Bass Cat boats. And Bass Cat is a big sponsor of Wild West Bass Trail and Apex. And they have a quest program. So if one of these anglers wins in a Bass Cat boat, they qualify for an extra $7,500. So it's a really good incentive to be running a Bass Cat out there. And Bass Cats are just great boats, man. Their taglines, feel the rush, and it is a rush when you're in a Cat, man. They're a great handling boat. Okay, so let me go through our partners, and then we'll get some fish up here. A&M Graphics, Excel Marketing, EcuCole, Bass Cat Boats, Ben Green Insurance, Bob's Machine, Bridgford Food, Dish Network, Duo International, Fisherman's Warehouse Megastore, Garmin, Mercury Marine, Navionics, Next Gen Lithium, P-Line, Power Pole, Price Family Dealerships, Roman Made, St. Croix Rods, Super Clean, Valley Outdoors, Wood Brothers Flooring, Bass Angler Magazine, Bassin Magazine, Pursuit Channel, and Outdoor Action. So you guys can catch footage of the season that these guys fished to qualify for this event. You can watch it on the Pursuit Channel, Outdoor Action, and then also on the social media channels of Wild West Bass Trail at YouTube. There's lots of great episodes on there too as well. Okay, Paul, John, how you guys looking? We ready to see some bass? Big crowd. Who's ready to see some bass? Let's go. All right. So first up to the scales out of Lake Elsinore, California, we have Mr. William Pontine. Come on up, William. William had 8.31 on day one, and it looks like he's got some fish today. We're going to get a pic of those. Nicely done, sir. All right, day two, 12.74, William. Great job. That mic should be hot, and you can go ahead and grab it and thank whoever helped you to get here.
Well, thank you. Nobody helped me, but thank you. I pay my own way, unfortunately. Anybody want to donate? I can't afford long pants. I got shorts on. Today I went for numbers. I caught 15 today. I didn't really have any weight, but I did catch 15. So hopefully the 2 I lost will not affect tomorrow. Hopefully I get in. We'll see later.
Fantastic. Thank you. Can't wait to see where you end up, William. Next, we've got out of Alameda, California, St. Croix Fishing Rods Pro, Zach Thompson. Come on up, Zach. He's digging. Oh, I see some footballs in there. Oh, boom, big bass, Folsom Lake. All right, nice bag of fish, Zach. 17.36 pounds for Zach Thompson. Way to go, man. Go ahead and share and thank who you want to thank. Zach, great day.
Yeah, you know, day late, dollar short. Yesterday I had one fish, so I adjusted today and made the right adjustment, you know, and caught a ton of, well, caught 9 keepers today. My goal was 11. I don't know where that's going to put me necessarily, but I really want to fish tomorrow. So if the fish gods are looking down on anybody, give me the shot today. I want to say thanks to Frank at DCR Propeller here in North Highlands. He does a ton for me. I want to say thanks to St. Croix. I used the SB Ranger Victory Series swim bait rod all day and just kept that bait wet and slow on the bottom all day long and caught fish. Luckily, every time I caught a fish, it culled in weight, so we'll see what happens. But I also want to thank my wife, Cassandra, my parents, Dave and Shelley, my kids, Charlotte and Sawyer, and Wild West for putting this on. Apex has been amazing the last couple of years and looking forward to 2023. And yeah, so hopefully I see you guys tomorrow, but if not, it's been really fun and we'll see where we land.
Fantastic. Thank you, Zach. Next up, out of Roseville, California, he had one of the shortest commutes to get here, for sure. Austin Wilson. And the fan club is here. Love it. All right, Austin. So day 2 for Austin Wilson. 9.57 pounds.
That's not what I was expecting today. But, you know, that's how Folsom is. You know, one day you can catch them and the next day you can kind of struggle. So, you know, honestly, I'm happy with the 4 fish. I mean, I could have blanked today. You know, I missed a handful of fish. I fished pretty clean, though. I didn't lose any fish. But, man, this is a great crowd. Look at all these people. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. This is pretty cool, man. I want to thank all my friends and family that showed up. I got a huge support team that's here. I'm hoping I can make it tomorrow. I gotta say a huge shout out to my sponsors, you know, Folsom Lake Asphalt. Without them, I literally wouldn't be here. You know, P-Line and Wicked Weights, I appreciate those two as well. And hopefully I make it tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you, Austin. All right, next up we've got Mr. Gregory Trouton. He's digging for some fish. He's got a fan club too. Day 2 for Greg, 5.26 pounds. All right, Greg, anybody you want to thank? And
Definitely. Well, that's 300% better than yesterday. Had one fish. Yeah, awesome crowd. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'd love to thank my family for showing up. I don't think I'll be fishing tomorrow, but you know what? Apex has put on another fantastic tournament. Everyone's working hard. You know, I got a bum knee, so guys help me launch the boat, help me get it on the trailer, and they look out after us. The city of Folsom did a fantastic job inviting us here and sponsoring the event. The Courtyard by Marriott was a fantastic hotel. I've stayed in a lot of hotels when I used to work, and it's right up there with the best. So they took good care of us with charging and security, and it was awesome. Love fishing with these guys. It's a lot of fun, and I did slip into the Western Shootout. So I'm looking forward to fishing the Delta in April out of downtown Sacramento. Thanks a lot.
fantastic. Congratulations, Greg. Take care of that knee. Okay, next out of Mesa, Arizona, Mr. Marty Lawrence. And Marty, I saw emoji, or I think that's what they call it, of you on Facebook today. It's not quite as good looking as you, but man, it's pretty close. I don't know if you saw it yet, but you're going to have to check it out. The stash. Oh. Boom. Big bass. Nicely done. Here we go for Marty Lawrence on day 2. 14.31 pounds. Way to go, Marty. Grab that mic there and share a little bit. Thank who you want to thank. New leader, 30.06. Marty Lawrence out of Mesa, Arizona.
That's not happening, is it? Really? Look, lead against all these guys? No way.
Documentation beats conversation.
That probably won't last long, but there's some guys coming in behind us here. Well, thanks everybody for coming out. And yeah, about it. Ready to fish tomorrow, I know that.
You're already planning your game plan in your head, aren't you?
Right. So it's short and sweet. I don't say too often.
That's okay. You're a man of few words.
Thank Dobbin Rods and Thomasconamoto Baits, everybody back at home, and Bass Pro Shops, Nitro Boats, and Wild West, and my new wife.
Don't miss that one. Thank you, Marty. Can't wait to see where you end up. Next, we got Ryan White out of Auburn, California. He's a Bass Cat Pro, and he's digging. Looks like he's got a good bag of fish. Nice. Spotted bass, largemouth bass. Lake Folsom's got smallmouth, spotted bass, largemouth bass, and we've been seeing a mixture so far the past couple of days. Let's see what Ryan White's got for day 2. 11.55 pounds. Nicely done, Ryan. Go ahead and share a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's tough out there. I caught 5 keepers. I did break one off trying to swing it in the boat. I got excited. It was 2 o'clock. I had 4 fish. I didn't catch my 5th fish till 2 o'clock yesterday. I got too excited, tried to swing it over the boat. It broke off, hit the gunnel, and bounced out. So it broke off another big one, but that's the way it goes. I don't know if it'll get me in for tomorrow, but I would like to thank Bass Cat Boats, Mercury, and Thompson White Consulting, and give a happy birthday to my daughter Ella. She turned 17 today. So happy birthday, kiddo. Love you. And thanks to wife and all that stuff. Thank you guys. Great job. Great crowd. Hopefully I can get in there, sneak in there for tomorrow. We'll see.
Can't wait to see, Ryan. Takes a village, man. Family at home supporting you. Hold on just a second. First person to give me a peace sign. Right back here in the black sweatshirt. Come on up. And next up, out of Dixon, California, Price Family Dealerships Pro, Bass Angler Magazine, Mr. Mark Lassane. Look at the bellies on those fish. The spawn is coming, isn't it?
Too bad there's only 2 of them.
Mark Lassane, day 2, 4.87 pounds. Mark, go ahead and share a little bit with the crowd here.
Well, not like I had yesterday or what I was hoping for, so, it doesn't look like I'll be fishing tomorrow, but I want to thank Walnut Creek Toyota for getting me here, Bass Cat Mercury for running around the lake, Grundens for keeping me warm, Garmin for looking at them. We can't use the AquaView in these tournaments, but I did use it here, when the water was clear. It's pretty cool. So, next gen batteries, those guys do a great job. Thanks for Wild West. Visit Folsom, those guys did a great job. Great crowd, really happy to be here. Look forward to the rest of the Apex events.
We're happy to have you here, Mark. And Mark's got the brightest green Bass Cat and truck you've ever seen. You can't miss it right over there. So if any of you are in the market for a boat, come check out his Bass Cat because it's hot.
And I want to say hi to my wife. She was watching yesterday, and I didn't realize because sometimes she's usually working, you know, but now it's Saturday. I hope you're watching, honey. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, Mark. You just reminded me, too. Hi, Mom. I got it from Mom yesterday, so. Next up, we've got out of Bend, Oregon, Duo Realis Pro, and he's grinning already, Mr. David Swinside. All right, nice, fat Folsom Lake bass. Way to go, David. You feeling better? You're a little under the weather at the pre-tournament meeting the other night. Yeah. David Swinside, day 2, 5.79 pounds. Go ahead and tell us about your day, David.
Well, I actually like that weight because we didn't weigh my other fish. Jay, lift that fish up right there. Yeah, how much would that one weigh? Yep, that's what I need. Hey, I had a great time, actually. I love this lake. I want to come back. Yesterday, I just struggled. I ran up the river, I think folks know, and I got in some cold, muddy stuff and realized that that wasn't where I was supposed to be. Worked my way down, didn't put anything together. Ended up in the mid-lake, and I hooked one fish, and then I saw one follower, and I said, you know what, I'm going to start there and really just niche that place and just stitch it as best I can. And I did that today. I lost a good limit of fish, so I'm a little bit disappointed. That big one was one of about 3 that I saw. So that weight isn't representative of what I actually was lucky to hook, but I think this lake is awesome. I want to come back and do it again, get some revenge. I want to thank my sponsors, Ellison Bass Boats, Lithium Pros, Duo Realis, Roman Made. Those guys are really great. They actually help our tour as well. You guys, if you can, please tune into Pursuit Channel. That's where our Apex Pro Tour TV shows are listed. All the episodes are there. You can dial that in by just going to Dish Network, or you can, if you have a phone and computer, you can get on the streaming channel, which is outdooraction.tv. So you can watch these events. They've been 2 seasons. We're going into our 3rd season. We've got a lot of hammers, U.S. Open winners, Bassmaster champions, FLW champions. So we've got a lot going on. I'm going to get off this horn because I think we got some weight coming in.
Thank you, David, and congratulations on qualifying. Okay, next, out of Oakley, California, we've got Mr. Nick Cloutier. Come on up, Nick. It looks like that bag is kind of fat. Let's see what he's got. Nice, Folsom Lake bass. Way to go, Nick. I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. This format, you just never know. Like, you don't know till 15, 20 minutes after the event. 13.59 for Nick Cloutier, day 2. Go ahead and share a little bit, Nick.
Today started out really rough. I had 8 keepers yesterday. That's what I'm trying to get into fishing tomorrow off of the keeper count. I only had 2 fish by, I think, 10 o'clock. Got a couple shorts. And then I kept hearing this alarm, and it was a low voltage alarm. So my starter battery drained all the way down. And I jumped it. I was worried that I wasn't going to make it back, so I just shut everything off. I just fished, and it was actually a blessing because I found a great spot that hopefully if I'm fishing tomorrow, I'm going to run straight there. It was like every cast until I decided I needed to get back in just to, secure hopefully fishing tomorrow. But I got to give a huge shout out to Ranger Boats, Gone Fishing Marine, Mercury. I'm running the new 520R, and that is a bad boat. And I'm really hoping I get the fish tomorrow just so I can take it out again. It's right over there. If anybody's interested in a new Ranger, come check it out. I mean, they really did a good job on these R boats. They're amazing. I got to thank P-Line, First Gen. I caught a couple on the top spin this week. Using all P-Line, G-Rat baits, Cloutier custom baits, the Bass Hole. That's my brother's tackle shop. That's in Bethel Island, California. So if anyone's headed to the Delta, swing by. He's got more stuff packed in there than any other shop that I've seen. My wife at home, if I make it
She's gonna bring the 2 wild boys out tomorrow, so it'll be a good time. Hopefully I'm here tomorrow.
Thank you, Nick. I hope so too, and it'll be neat to see your family out in this huge crowd on a Saturday. Tomorrow's going to be just as fun. Next, Jackson Rancheria Pro out of Valley Springs, Jackson, California. Excuse me, I'm thinking of Stan. Is Earl Dalton III, and he's got a nice fish he's pulling out. All right, Earl. Get a weight on these. Earl Dalton III on day 2, 6.79.
Yeah, man, it was a struggle out there again, obviously, but, you know, I caught a few fish late in the day. I figured a few things out. Big thank you to Joe Roscoe over at Bass Union. Gave me some good jigs to throw out here. And an A-rig, that's about all I can catch fish on. Joe's got some really good stuff. You guys go check that out. Day Hooked carries a lot of that stuff out there. It's another one of my great sponsors. Jackson Rancheria, great place to go have some fun. If anybody wants to go, I'm headed there right now, about 100 miles an hour. Be right behind me.
All right, thank you. I'll have to go in there sometime. Never been. Next, out of Ione, California, we got Jason Austin. Got your cheering section, Jason. Love seeing the families and friends come out to support these anglers. Look at the belly on that fish. Way to go, Jason. Jason Austin, day 2, 11.40 pounds. Way to go, Jason.
Thanks. Yeah, hopefully that's enough to get me in. You know, yesterday's bite, it died down a little bit. Yesterday I was cracking them pretty good early. And today I struggled until about 10 o'clock, and I started putting some fish in the boat. Towards the end of the day, my bite died again, and I went scrambling and found a couple spots. Hopefully I make it tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Thanks to all my family for coming out. Appreciate Dish Network support. Hook, Jay from Hook, he's here. I showed up there on Wednesday, Thursday, and unloaded his shelves, so he's a great supporter of the business. Excel Marketing. So if you need any tackle, hookforlife.com. Sorry, Jay.
Yeah, they're good peeps, big supporters. Thank you, Jason. Okay, next, Bass Cat Pro out of Angels Camp, California, Hayden Lee. Like you had a better day there, Hayden. Nice. Nice bass. Way to go. Hayden Lee, day 2, 17.14 pounds. Wow, way to rally, man.
Yeah, it's a lot better than yesterday. Like a lot. But yeah, it was fun. I caught them all deep cranking first thing in the morning. Then after the first 2 or 3 hours, I couldn't buy a bite at all. I did catch a couple, but they were too small. Yeah, it was good. My boat ran great. My Bass Cat, and I'd like to thank Livermore Boatmasters and Hooked in Ione, Thompson's Toyota. They're just down the street. And also my grandparents and my wife and my wife's friend came too. And my mom and Max and everyone for watching. So thank you.
Fantastic. Way to go, Hayden. All right, next, out of Nevada City, California, Team Nadu. Come on up. Look at this crew. I see one nice one. There's a couple fat, nice fish. Way to go. Matthew has always got his family traveling with him. Big supporters. Let's get a weight, Matthew. Looking good, man. 13.15 pounds for Team Nadu. Matthew Nadu.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a heck of a lot better than yesterday. I caught one fish yesterday. But I just want to say something. Wow, look at this crowd, man. Folsom is coming out. This is amazing. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate coming out and supporting us. I just want to thank all the anglers this year. I fished alongside the Apex Trail. This is the final event of the 2022 season. So capping it off at Folsom, seeing the quality of fish we're catching out here, it's unreal. These fish are fat, healthy, and mean, man. So I just changed up my whole game plan today. Yesterday I was throwing a single Kitech, caught one fish. Today I quadrupled that. No. So yeah, it was insane. It was beautiful, beautiful lake. Thank you for my honey, Chelsea, my kids, to support me along the trail. Thank you, G Money Baits, all the sponsors. I want to give a shout out to Hooked and Ione as well. You know, support them, support the ones who support us. I say that all the time, guys. You know, you can get everything at, you know, I know at Tackle Warehouse, but you know, Jay and you know, Hooked, they got the same deal. So check them out. Thank you, Wild West. Me and Velocity will be representing at the next team tournament. Looking forward to that. You know, all my friends, everybody watching. You know, Nadu's coming, baby. New Apex season. Gonna bring it. So love this game. Love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. Way to go. Good day. See you at the next one, bud. All right, out of Granite Bay, California, P-Line Pro and Bass Cat Pro, Tony Franceschi. Nice fish, Tony. Look at that one. Big bass. Making a move there, Tony. Hey, you had a short commute too, didn't you? What, did it take you, 10 minutes? Tony Franceschi, 14.90 pounds. Way to go, man. Share a little bit with the crowd here. Look at this crowd, man.
Yeah, I'll take that day. Look at this. Yeah, a lot of people. Thanks for coming out, guys. It's good to see everybody here. Yeah, I tell you, you know, after yesterday, you know, it hurt my feelings a little bit, you know. So, you know, fishing's a funny thing, though. Yesterday, I had this one little area. I went in there and I caught 4 fish out of it, and they were all short. They were all 13 to 13 3/4 inches long. And this morning, you know, I was so far behind, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go in there. I know I'm getting bites in there. I went in there, fished the same area, and I did exactly the same thing, and this is what I got. So, you know, it's just one of those things. Sometimes timing is everything. But, yeah, you know, I want to say thanks to Bass Cat Boats, Mercury Marine. Just got my new Bass Cat, broken in right before I came to this, have 2.5 hours on the boat before I actually hit the water. Getting used to it, but it's an awesome boat, runs smooth. And also want to thank P-Line and First Gen Fishing. Everything I caught in this tournament and everything I caught today, I caught on P-Line Spinex braid, 10-pound Spinex braid with a 100% fluorocarbon, P-Line fluorocarbon leader, 8-pound test. And all my fish came on, and you've heard the name of this before, on a First Gen jaw dropper jig head with a swim bait on it. The unique thing about that jig head is it's got a little lip on it, and it does a couple different things. When you pop it, it makes it dart back and forth, almost like a walking the dog action underneath the water. But the other thing it does is when you're grinding it on the bottom and that lip catches rocks, it gives your bait a really erratic action. And I think that makes a big difference when you're fishing those swim baits right on the bottom. So I want to thank Garmin. Caught the big fish I caught today. I actually saw him. It's the only live scope fish that I caught, but I saw him, drop down to him, and was able to catch him. And I believe that fish is probably over 4.5 pounds. But anyway, thanks to everybody for coming out. Looking forward to this season. It's going to be a great Apex season, and you know, we'll see where I finish. I don't think it's enough for anything, but you know, it's a moral victory today.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing, and I think I need one of those swim baits. Out of Upper Lake, California, Bass Cat Pro, John Pearl. And he's got him, it looks like. Ooh. Get a pic of those bad boys. Beautiful largemouth bass right out of Folsom Lake. Way to go, John. You had some fun today. Let's see what you got, bud. I think you're going to like it. John Pearl, 14.20 pounds. Way to go.
It was a good day. They bit first thing in the morning really, really well, but they were just a bunch of spotted bass. And lost a few, caught a few, actually broke one off. And then 20 minutes later, pulled up on the same point, and I caught the same fish. Had my drop shot hanging out of its mouth.
Come on.
Oh, I got pictures of it. I had to take pictures because I'm like, nobody's going to believe me. But I caught those two largemouth. I caught one at 3, and I caught one 305 back to back. And by the time I was done putting the last one in, it was 309, and I had to come back. So it was a good day. I lost a lot of fish, so I'm going to go back to the house and try to figure out why I lost them, because some of them were good. But I'd like to thank Wild West, all you guys back here, running a pretty tight ship so far this year. So it's nice. Say hi to my wife and son at home. Thank all my sponsors, Clear Lake Outdoors. I actually got some new sponsors this year, non-endemic, Decisely and Meridio. They're health insurance for your business or yourself, you know, so good stuff. Hopefully I make it till tomorrow. I think I might. And I know where I'm starting tomorrow, where I caught those largemouths, so hopefully they bite in the morning.
I like that attitude. You already spoke it, man. I'm starting tomorrow in that same spot. Way to go, John. Good comeback. Next, Mr. Bill O'Shin out of Auburn, California. Come on up, Bill. Nice, chunky spotted bass. They're wanting to get up there and start spawning, aren't they?
Yeah, just not enough of them for me. I came to the realization the last couple days that deep is not for me. Deep and slow is not my game. I'm ready to...
4.55 pounds for Bill O'Shin.
Yeah, I ran all around this place looking for a mat to punch, and I just couldn't find one. So you know, it just didn't work out for me. But real quick, I want to thank CNC Marine, Phoenix Boats, and Mercury. CNC's got a location right here in Newcastle and another one in Modesto. So if anybody's looking for a new boat, you're welcome to hit me up. I can take you on a test drive in a new Phoenix, or talk to the guys at CNC, and they have several lines of boats that you can take a look at. Also want to thank Wild West, John and Paul and Mick. You guys, I mean, awesome, first rate. It's always a great show. We love what we do, and it makes it so much better when you guys help us. So really appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you at the next one.
Thank you, Bill. Bill O'Shin. And you know, Bill's right. The staff here at Wild West Bass, I never knew as an angler what went on behind the scenes, like late at night, to make all this happen, this show. But these guys, they bust their butts to make it happen. John Stewart, I just met him. He's a workhorse. Paul Hodges and the whole staff behind this curtain, they all make the anglers look good because they're doing their jobs back there. So very thankful for the staff here. It's a very professional run and looking organization. So big things in the future for Wild West Bass Trail and the Apex Pro Tour. I wanted to shout out again to Sally from Visit Folsom. I mean, we even got to our hotels and we had these big gift bags on the beds, and they just loaded us up with all kinds of cool stuff from the local community here. If you've never been to the historic section of downtown Folsom, definitely go down there. I was down at Farmers Market today just talking to some of the locals, very friendly people. There was a gal down there walking her pig on a leash like a dog, and this pig, its name was Flintstone. So if you're down there, you might see Flintstone, and you'll know why they named it Flintstone when you see the color of its fur, because looks like Fred Flintstone's clothing. So pretty cool stuff down there, but go down there and support them. Lots of good restaurants, shopping, great place to take your wife if you're married or your significant other. All right, let's see, first person to stand on one leg. Right there. Yep, I got you in the boots, brown boots. Come on. That was fast. We got a nice Garmin hat for you. I kind of like that one. Wait a minute. No. What's your name?
Amy. Luke Johns.
Oh, right on. I'm glad you came out to support him. Thank you. Enjoy that hat. Luke Johns Fan Club. And Luke, you're already eyeballing that Garmin hat, aren't you? Okay, next up to the scales, we've got Mr. Nick Wood. Nick, that bag's looking pretty heavy there. Got some nice fish. Boy, 2 more weeks, another 2 to 3 weeks. This thing's going to be on fire, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about ready to get really good.
Nick Wood, day 2, total weight 14.32 pounds. Fantastic job, Nick.
Yeah, I thought it was a little better than I didn't weigh any of my fish. I thought I had a little bit better than that, but it is what it is. So I don't know if I'll make the cut or not. It'll be close, but I'd like to thank Ranger Boats. Yesterday I talked about it. If anyone wants to take a look at my boat, it's sitting over here. It's been a great boat all year. I also want to. Yesterday I didn't get to talk about it. Is Garmin. So I got 4 Garmin 126s on my boat, and this whole event I haven't caught a lot of fish, but the fish that I have caught, I'm using my live scope to. I'm not looking at the fish. I'm looking at structure, so I can find little rock piles and things like that that are not as obvious. And all my fish today were on isolated rock piles, and I would not be able to find those without my live scope. So that thing is absolutely awesome. It's a huge tool that it's giving you so much information. Sometimes it's giving you too much information. It makes you feel like you're a terrible fisherman because there's fish swimming everywhere and you can't catch them. So, but it is a really good tool. So, yesterday I didn't get a chance to talk about it, and it's been a huge part of my success over the last year. So, also Black Bear Diner, I want to thank them. They're a big support, and I don't know if I'm fishing tomorrow. Hopefully I am, but if not, honey, I'll be driving home tonight if I'm not. So, thanks to Wild West, you guys are putting on an awesome show. Some of our anglers stepped up to help put on the from last year, and they know what they're doing, and I really appreciate their hard work. So we'll hopefully fish tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Nick. I love this format because it leaves a little bit of suspense to see how this thing's going to shake out. Next, out of Folsom, California, another local young gun.
But I got to give a shout out to everybody who came and watched me. Being the hometown, I got all the friends and family out here. So thank you guys for coming to watch. I appreciate you guys. But on top of that, I got to say a big shout out to Yamamoto. I caught a lot of fish this week. I catch a lot of fish all the time throwing their baits. I mean, they're phenomenal. And then on top of that, Owner Hooks and Sunline. I didn't bend down and lip a fish out of the water this whole week. I just flipped everything in on 10-pound tests. I had no problem doing it. So, I got to say thank you to them for making products that I could put my trust into. But on top of that, I want to thank the city of Folsom. I mean, I live here. It's a great town. But they stepped up and put on a great event, or helped us put on a great event here. And, of course, you guys over at Wild West, you guys put on a great show. And hopefully I get to go for one more day of it tomorrow. But otherwise, hopefully I'll see you in the morning. Thank you.
Love it. Thanks for sharing, Luke. What a comeback, man. Let's see how this thing shakes out. Next, out of Elk Grove, California, P-Line Pro, Thomasconamoto. And family. He's wishing he could weigh in a couple of those kiddos, huh, Thomas? There's a nice bass. Family sport. Get your kids fishing, ladies and gents. It's good for them outdoors. Okay, for Thomas on day 2, 8.26 pounds. Way to go, Thomas.
Thank you. Yeah, man, it was a grind out there today. I really struggled. If you're following along, Tourney X, my family's telling me, man, we're dying at home. I didn't see a scoreable on the board till noon. I lost like 4 fish today, 4 keepers for sure. That might hurt me, might dump me, but had a blast here. You know, Folsom haven't been here in about 20 years, and it's got some big fish in it, and quite a few of them. It's fishing tough right now, but in a couple weeks, this place is going to go crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to tell the same story as Tony. He was fished next to him one of the times. He was throwing the first gen draw dropper. That thing is special. If you guys don't have the swim bait head, the jaw dropper, you guys got to go pick some up. It has a little bill on it, and it really catches a lot of fish and big ones too. So throwing the jaw dropper on P-line Spin-X braid. It's a 12-pound braid to a 9-pound Spin-X fluorocarbon leader. And I'm throwing that on a Stealth Sticks Skinny Pete spinning rod. They're awesome spinning rods, guys. High-end rod that has amazing sensitivity and action and feel, and it has good. It's really limber, and you're able to get those fish to the boat when they're close. There's no doubt when you got them hooked well, they're coming in. So I'm hoping I squeak in. I gotta say hi. My family came out, so my wife, got my 2 boys here, and my mom and dad are here. Got Knox, Reagan, family friends. So. Good to see everyone here, and hopefully you make a show.
Great to have that support, Thomas. Thank you. Watch your step going down there. Okay, next angler out of Elk Grove, California, Excel Marketing Pro, Mr. Ken Ma. Gonna get a pick of the couple keepers with Ken. Looking good. All right, day 2 for Mr. Ken Ma. We have got 6.52 pounds, Ken.
1652, you said?
Kinda, not quite.
I want a trip home, but I live about 40 minutes from here, but I don't get to Folsom hardly at all. But me and Nick over here, like in the last 3.5 weeks, I've been to Shasta, I drove to Havasu, went to the Delta, came to Oroville, all in like the last 3.5 weeks. I'm tired. I need a break. But I did, one
out of Paso Robles, California, your 2022 Angler of the Year, Mr. Scott Ellison. Let's see a couple of those fat Folsom Lake bass, Scott. Oh, boom, big bass. Look at that one in his right hand. Nicely done. Scott Ellison, day 2, 14.11 pounds. Way to go, Scott.
Yeah, I made a little comeback today. I was kind of torn between going for weight and keepers, but first fish I caught this morning was that big one. Probably one of the bigger spots I've ever caught. It had to be, over 4.5. And then I just kind of shut off for me, and it was slow the rest of the day, but caught all my fish on drop shot, and then you've heard a lot about First Gen company out here. I caught them on a top spin they make. It's similar to an underspin, but the blade's on top, little blade, and just turn it real slow down there on the rocks, and that's actually what I caught that big one on. So just real quick, since this is the end of the season for me, I'm not making tomorrow. I want to take a minute and thank everybody that supported me this year. Obviously, it was a good year. I won Angler of the Year, and it wouldn't happen without the companies that support me. Anglers Marine in Anaheim is my title sponsor, and they've helped me out so much. I won't go on and on about it, but if you're in the market for a boat or just need service on your boat, go check them out. Stealth Sticks rods, Randy McAbee, he gave me a handful of rods this year, and that's what I've been using all year, and they really are pretty darn good rods. Other than that, see you at the next one.
Thank you, Scott. Congrats on a good season. And you know what? Go ahead and stick around. And all of you guys stick around. They're going to calculate in about 10 to 15 minutes here. We're going to know who the top 10 are for tomorrow. So to get to this event, there was 4 qualifying events that these anglers fished. Today what you saw was it was actually the top 30 qualified to come to this championship. 3 could not make it for different reasons. So we had 27 here that did qualify. And Scott Ellison had a really, really strong season starting out at Lake Mojave. He took an 8th place at Trinity Lake. 9th place. At Arlington, 2nd place. And at El Capitan and San Vicente, he took 3rd place. So he was never out of the top 10 the whole season of 2022 with Apex. And this is a points race, so these guys get a certain amount of points for their finishes at each event. And so for 2022, your Apex Pro Tour Angler of the Year, Mr. Scott Ellison. Give him a big hand, everybody. Way to go, Scott. Congratulations to beat all these anglers, man. You caught some serious fish. Go ahead and grab that mic and share a little bit about your season.
Yeah, that means a lot. That's a good accomplishment. That's my first major accomplishment, I'd say, in professional fishing. So that means a lot. And to say that I'm the only one that deserves credit for this is, like I said, I mean, everybody helps me out, the sponsors, but most importantly, so I'm not divorced when I get home, I want to thank my wife and son for keeping it together while I'm gone. And, you know, it's hard on families when one of the members of the family's gone for a week or 2 weeks at a time. So they're my biggest support and biggest fans, and that's why I do this, you know, other than I love catching fish and competing. But awesome year. I'm ready to do it again next year, and hopefully we can win one of these events pretty soon.
I have no doubt, Scott. Congratulations, my friend. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and they're going to get a few more pics of you with that beautiful trophy. Gotta eat your Wheaties, man. Ooh, nice. All right, congrats, Mr. Scott Ellison, your 2022 Angler of the Year. Let's give him another hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our weigh-in for today. Stick around, anglers. They're calculating the top 10 for tomorrow. There will be a mandatory top 10 meeting immediately following this. Thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you, Bridgford Foods and Visit Folsom. Thanks for all of you beautiful people watching online and on social media. And we will see you right here tomorrow at 3 o'clock and crown a champion at Folsom Lake. Signing off.